Good morning, dear students. I am Dr. P.C. Cambodia, Associate Professor in the Department of English in BSR Government Arts College, Alwar, Rajasthan. Today I shall introduce you to the poem London. London is a poem composed by William Blake. He is a poet of the 18th century and he continued composing poems in the first phase of the early 19th century also. He had no formal schooling. Initially, he was an engraver, but he had interest in poetry, theology, and religion, so he started composing poems. London is a short poem of only four stanzas with rhyming scheme A B A B. Here the poet walks across the streets of London city, and all those streets they come and end on the banks of river Thames. He meets so many persons when he walks across the streets of London city, and he notices that the faces of those people are covered with the marks of anxiety, disappointment, depression. Even the faces of the children and countenance of so many citizens are also full of such worries. Of course, they have been granted freedom, but what is the utility of such freedom when they have been handcuffed? It means that they are mentally captivated. They are not free to think over. They are not free to carry on their activities as they desire. Here, the poet reminds us of the industrial revolution that came in the very beginning of the 19th century. So many people they started migrating from the villages and came to the cities. No proper health and sanitation was there, no proper living and no proper sleeping. So such persons developed such depression and disappointment. The markets were also captured by several countries, and business rivalry was there. On account of business rivalry, wars were fought. Soldiers were there and they got amputated. We come across one of such soldiers who is there lying outside the compound wall where the emperor lives. He is bleeding. He is asking for his justice. There is no one to pay attention to. We know that the profession of soldiers was poorly paid, and if they expired, then they had to struggle for their justice. Their families suffered. The poet further walks through the streets of London. He looks at the high chimneys and the chimney sweepers, who were generally children. They got down the chimneys, wiped the chimneys from inside, and they were all covered with soot. So many times they met with accidents. And this poem reminds us of the child labor. Of course, laws are there to prevent child labor, but governments are not interested to stop child labor. Then the poet walks further and he comes to the red light areas. He hears the cries of infants coming from the towers where the prostitutes reside, and He reminds us to say that the institution of the married life has been a totally failure. And he says that there is a has being carried over by the people, which means that it is the death of the pious love of the coupled life, since illegal relations are developing in the prostitution centers. The children that have been begotten are also cursed, because they will also have to proceed into such kind of life. Those who are female will further become prostitutes, and those who are male, they will become the pimp, and they will manage such institutions. Then the poet draws our attention to the condition of the church. Church has lost its importance. Church is blackened by the smoke of the chimneys that is coming from the industrial town. People look at the church, and when they look at its blackened building, they feel afraid of church and they want to run away from the church. Those who are sitting inside the church have also forgotten their duties of teaching the religion. They do not go out of the boundaries of the church. Of course, they are interested in offering prayer, but at the same time, they are interested in minting money. And this way, the poem proceeds. Of course, it is a short poem, but it has got layers and layers of meaning. This way, we see that London reminds us of industrial revolution. It reminds us of weak health and sanitation. It reminds us of the ill health of the people, and it also reminds us of the irony that what is the utility of our freedom if our minds have been forced and we have been handcuffed. Of course, it is a poem which is rich in symbolism, and symbolism is a device which tells us of several meanings which run undercurrent. One meaning is there at the surface, it is conveyed through the words, but at the same time there are other meanings that are hidden, and all those meanings are reminded to us. This way, the poem is rich in symbolism, the poem is rich in its imagery, and the poem conveys overall impact of industrial change. In the next meeting, we shall be taking another poem. Thank you so much.